Another day in the life, in the drama that is the Dallas Cowboys, this time surrounding its franchise quarterback in one reign, Dak Prescott. Kevin Gray here, of course, of 105.3 The Fan. Be sure to hit that subscribe button right here for 105.3 The Fan on YouTube. This is the gray area. There's a lot of gray area right now with respect to Dak Prescott and his contract negotiations. The Dallas Cowboys have until March 9th to place the franchise tag on Dak Prescott, which would be over $38 million. And then they have until July 15th to try and get a long-term deal done, or he will play on that virtual $38 million franchise tag going into 2021, all but assuring potentially that he walks after the 2021 NFL season because the franchise tag in 2022, a whopping $52 million. And of course, all the drama that has surrounded Dak Prescott this week, from being left out of the Cowboys hype video to following the Washington football team on Instagram to one of Jerry Jones's family members voting in a poll on Instagram that if the Cowboys should decide what Dak Prescott should be done with him, that they should let him go, all in the life of the drama that is the Dallas Cowboys. But here's something to keep in mind as you think about Dak Prescott and his contract negotiations. This is a man whom over the last year has found his voice in who he is, not only as a franchise leader for this football team on and off the field, but what he has done in his community and what that looks like in voicing whom he believes that he is supposed to be going forward, not just as a player, but as a man. So make no mistake, Dak Prescott's in full control of what's going on here. His leverage has never been higher. His value to this team has never been more pronounced after what happened this past season, where the Dallas Cowboys, of course, had to play Andy Dalton after he fractured his ankle, did Dak Prescott, in Week 5 against the New York Football Giants, and at the time had thrown for over 1,800 yards, nearly 10 touchdowns in those first 5 games. Did one reign Dak Prescott. And now, understanding what this team needs to do collectively to try and get themselves back in the NFC East playoff picture and trying to become a pseudo Super Bowl contender, it all starts and ends with this franchise quarterback. Not the number 10 overall pick, not signing a bunch of free agents on the defensive side of the football. It starts and ends by getting Dak Prescott signed to the contract that he has earned and deserved. We can go through all the numbers about completion percentage, air yards per attempt, expected points per average. All of these things you can go over with Dak Prescott and put him in the top 8 at minimum in terms of quarterbacks in the National Football League. But this is about the voice that Dak Prescott has discovered over the last year and how he is in full control of the narrative, and nothing is done on accident with respect to this franchise quarterback, because he fully understands the power that he wields and the contract that he is looking to have in order to put him not only in the best financial position, but also put himself where he is the leader of this Dallas Cowboys franchise going forward. This isn't just about Dak Prescott and what he's done over nearly 5 seasons with the Dallas Cowboys and how he has taken over this franchise from Tony Romo and put this team in a position where they should be contending year over the year, but things that have not been placed around him, especially on the defensive side of the football, because we know what the Cowboys have done from an offensive standpoint, having one of the better offensive lines in all of the National Football League, a wide receiving core that's very good. Yes, Ezekiel Elliott is still in the backfield. You added Tony Pollard, and of course you drafted CeeDee Lamb a year ago. So the offensive talent is around Dak Prescott, but this team's inability to build a culture and a team around a quarterback who exudes the confidence, the poise, and the ability to lead to give him the best chance to win year in and year out is a failure of the Dallas Cowboys collectively as an organization, because this is a team that should be competing year after year after year for NFC East championships, but also going deep into the playoffs with the kind of quarterback that they have and the offense that's been surrounded by this quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, but yet instilled the collective and organizational failure of Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, and this entire executive brass have wasted the prime years of Dak Prescott and their ability to win when balling on a budget, when they were able to pay him pennies on the dollar relative to the performance that he was putting out on the football field. And that time is over. Michael Lombardi got on Sean and RJ this week and talked about the idea of what Cowboys ownership may pitch to Dak Prescott with respect to his contract negotiations and saying something like this. Well, you know, Dak, we can't build around you if you take all this money because we're trying to build a winner. I'm not trying to save money if you're Jerry Jones. I'm trying to invest money in this football team. Therefore, you should take a hometown discount with respect to your contract. And to me, that's complete nonsense. The Dallas Cowboys have proven in Dak's first 5 years that they don't know how to build a winner around him collectively and the totality of this football team. So why in the world would Dak Prescott now be asked to take less money when they know, Todd France and Dak Prescott know, that the leverage that they have is to lower the salary cap number that they're trying to do, and to do so in order to make sure that not only the Cowboys are satisfied with the deal, but also that Dak Prescott is satisfied with the deal? Because if I'm Dak at this point, I'm not doing anything to try and help you manage your salary cap. That's your problem, not mine. Dak Prescott has proven through his first 5 seasons that he is overwhelmingly the leader of this football team, and everything should be done to make him better on both sides of the football by putting offensive talent around him, but also a championship level defense that he can take advantage of by leading this football team. And the Cowboys simply haven't done that. So to ask Dak Prescott theoretically to take less money to invest in a football team that has shown the inability to do so over his first 5 seasons is foolhardy. And Dak Prescott and Todd France, I think, understand that, which is why they should not bend nor break when it comes to the contract demands that they're asking for, because it's important for them to show this isn't about winning the deal. This is about earning and getting what a franchise quarterback in today's market is worth. And that number is around $40 million, given not only the accomplishments of Dak Prescott, but where the quarterback market is. Also, the Dallas Cowboys have put themselves in this position with contracts of Ezekiel Elliott and Jalen Smith when they didn't necessarily have to, and their inability has created a distrust in fans to think that they could build around Dak Prescott with respect to the totality of this football team, which is why, if you're Dak Prescott, you don't make things easy for the Dallas Cowboys in this situation. You get the deal that you deserve based on the production that you've put out for this team through its first 5 seasons. And for him to have gotten hurt and now be in this position where the Cowboys may look at his ankle situation, however you may feel about it now that we've heard about the second surgery that he's had, and potentially use that in contract negotiations, to me shows you where this organization is at this point. Their inability to evaluate talent on the defensive end, their inability to understand what the QB market was dictating to them 2 years ago when you had an opportunity to get Dak Prescott signed to a more team-friendly deal, and now placing yourself in a position where using the salary cap squeeze as a reason to try and make Dak Prescott take a team-friendly deal shows you the mismanagement of what this team has been through over the past 5 seasons with Dak Prescott as their quarterback. And Dak Prescott and Todd France do not need to give any breaks to Jerry and Stephen Jones, because they have shown the inability to build what they need to give Dak Prescott the opportunity to even consider taking a hometown discount. Because Dak Prescott understands that his leverage and his worth has been created by not only his value as a player, but what he means to this franchise, and the idea that he will be the franchise leader going forward if he is treated with the same kind of respect that he deserves by most accounts what other quarterbacks are treated like. It's amazing that in 2021, we look back at the 2016 class of quarterbacks, Dak Prescott is the only one standing at this point. You know it. I know it. And the one team that seems like they don't know it is the team that Dak Prescott plays for, the Dallas Cowboys. So if you're Todd France, you're Dak Prescott, no. We're not playing ball with this contract negotiation, because my leverage, if I'm Dak Prescott, is as high as ever. And more than that, this team has shown the inability to build around me when I was on a cheap, friendly team contract as a rookie. And you still couldn't build around Dak Prescott with respect to the totality of this football team. Again, I'm not talking about the offense. I'm talking about the team collectively as a whole. This team hasn't been built to win the way that it needs to compete, to even make Dak Prescott consider taking a hometown discount. We will see how these contract negotiations go going forward. But Todd France, Dak Prescott, who have to make sure that they get the deal that's best for them, or the Cowboys will need to make a decision about whether or not they will walk away from the one person who in his prime can potentially lead them to a championship because they wanted to win the deal instead of signing the quarterback that has put himself in position as the unquestioned leader of this franchise because they think they know better. Do you trust the Cowboys to make the right decision here with respect to Dak Prescott? Only time will tell. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Kevin Gray Sports. Be sure to subscribe to the 105 Through the Fan YouTube channel right here at 105 Through the Fan. This has been The Gray Area. We'll talk to you later. Peace.